Well, after having done a bunch of work with this, I'm no further ahead. Best guess at this point is these cables that came with the LifePo. They had some weird connectors on both ends, and Ray cut off the ends. I don't know how he did it. Cause at any rate, it left there's wires, and then there's kind of a metal shell around it, and he stuck them up there, and everything seemed to work fine, and we never thought about it. And this morning I was talking to him about it, and I said, well, there's this metal shell, maybe I should try taking that off and soldering the wires, and he agreed. So I sat here, first of all, I tried cutting the end off, and I couldn't do it. I have these side cutters here, I put all my strength into it, but I don't, like, Ray is like 3 times stronger than I am. I just couldn't do it. And I tried, soldering a little bit, and that wasn't working either. Nothing was working, other than I thoroughly trashed my wire. Like, it's really, I wouldn't even try and use that now. It's just a mess. The positive one, and I didn't touch the negative one. So anyway, I'm kind of screwed. Ray's gone off to try and find appropriate cables for use. He never liked these in the first place. For one, there was this weird connector on both ends, which isn't going to work with the system, so he had to cut it off. And second, he didn't think they were thick enough. I'm not sure what gauge that is. 6 gauge? He didn't think they were thick enough. So right now I'm connected to the old system. I'm not sure what wires these are. 2 gauge? Even bigger than that? So we're connected to the old batteries. Thankfully I left them there. I had disconnected them on the inside, so I just reconnected them. And they're working fine. I had to reset the settings on the charge controller. Because they want different voltages. Different voltages for lead acid than there are for LifePo. And everything's fine, and I'm just gonna close this up and let it sit here until Ray gets me the new cables. I can't specifically say that there's a fault with the power wall itself. Really, it's probably these cables. I was seeing voltage here, but not the right voltage, and the inverter wouldn't come on. So we think that, anyway, it's the cables. So I'm going to put the case back on here and leave this. Probably put all my stuff away. It's supposed to rain. I think I said that earlier. So my video came out this morning. It's Wednesday today. My video came out this morning in which I said I don't enjoy working on my cabin. And, well, a few people have said, kind of called me out on it, like, how could you possibly not enjoy working on your cabin? There's a lot of supportive comments as well, which is nice. I think for those people who don't get it, I think if the positions were reversed, I'd feel exactly the same way. Like, how could you not enjoy working on your cabin? I would give anything to be out there working on a cabin than what I'm doing right now. I'm sure I would feel that way. But I think there's this thing that happens. I think the idea of doing something is much nicer than actually doing it. Does that make sense? You look at a kid who says they want a dog. You look at a kid who says they want a dog, and you tell them, well, you got to pick up its poop. And they say, oh, I can't wait to pick up its poop. I'd love to pick up its poop. That's all I want to do in life is pick up their poop. Until they've done it 100 times, and they're like, oh my God, I got to pick up poop again. Nothing's going to change the fact that you're picking up poop. And kids who don't have dogs would be like, you don't like picking up poop? What's wrong with you? I would kill to pick up dog poop. That's what I live in life for, to pick up dog poop. I would give anything to, change positions with you. Have your dog and pick up its poop. That's what it's like, I think. I think that's what it's like. I mean, you tell me. But I really do enjoy being out here. Don't get me wrong. This is the place for me. I can't imagine living anywhere else now. Some people have said, hey, I'd come and help you out, but, I'd have to fly there and stuff like that. I would be okay, I guess, with somebody coming out for a short time and helping out. Somebody, hopefully, who's local and can just come out whenever and not, have to live here all the time. I also like my privacy. Anyway, I gotta clean this stuff up. Yep. So this is the firewood situation. I'm declaring it done for now, even though I've got... I brought up all the firewood that was down there towards the pond, towards the boat. And it turned out there's quite a bit more than I thought. I've got all these logs sitting here. And this last row right here, I don't know if it's easy to tell, but this last row is not sitting underneath the roof. It's kind of hanging out. You can let me know in the comments if you think I should cover it up. Like, not, I won't wrap it up, but just kind of put something along the top of it. Spiderweb. If I should do that or if I should just leave it, I think I could probably just leave it. Not a big deal. Anyway, it's 17.5 feet long. I just measured that way. It's, come on. It is 7 feet wide, deep, 7 feet deep. And let's see, we'll measure the middle row here. Oh, there's pallets under there. About 5 feet. An average of about 5 feet tall. So 17.5 by 7 by 5 feet. How much wood is that? I should measure, like, I only intend to use like half of this. Yeah, I'm just walking around here in my sandals. Not the best footwear. I just want to use up to this spot here over is my, can you see me? Is my old from last, this is the stuff I'm going to burn first, and it's about 8 feet. That's about 8 feet. So 8 feet by 5 feet by 7 feet. How much wood is that? And then I've got so much more. I've got all this stuff sitting here. I've got like 8 trees sitting out there by the garden. I plan to bring it in November. But that should be for next year and the year after that. But anyway, that's the firewood situation. Stupid planes. I thought because of COVID there'd be like less air traffic. So we're about a little more than halfway to the second trail cam here. Junebug just caught up with us a few minutes ago, meaning she hangs back and watches to see where we're going. And there's a plane, of course. And then eventually, it sounds like a horse coming down the trail. Brum, 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 brum. Now turn around, there's Junebug. So she's definitely not afraid of anything out here. I don't know what it is. You know, and I had to think back. There was a time when, even a couple of years ago, heading in from where we parked the car, Junebug would just stand there near the cars and she wouldn't move for the longest time while we were driving in on the ATV. And then eventually she'd take off and she'd run after us. Almost like she was waiting for some special, you know, invitation or maybe permission, I don't know. It reminds me of that a bit because when I left the cabin, you know, I said, okay, we're going for a hike, come on. She just stood there like eyes wide, like I don't know. Like not, she wasn't afraid.
She just, I don't know, waiting or I don't know. This beaver pond here is the only beaver pond on the property that's larger than the one in front of our cabin. You can see there, look at all the stumps sitting up. It's a very shallow beaver pond. And it was straight across over there where I wanted, not straight across, but in that direction that I wanted to build our cabin originally. And I'm thankful I didn't. The reason I didn't was because it was so much easier to get to where we are now. But I'm thankful because, like, you can't see these, when the water level's deeper, like the water level's a foot higher, you can't see any of those stumps. So it looks nice and deep, but it's not. And that would kind of be crappy to look at, you know, sitting on your deck, drinking a beer and like, ew. Yep. There's a couple of other beaver ponds that are smaller. Hello, what's in there? And this is a series of little islands. There's 1, 2, and then 3, the larger of the rocks there. That one we call Moss Island, and it's what we like to stop in the wintertime. We come walking across the frozen pond from that direction. We're straight that way is the cabin. And we come walking through here. We stop at Moss Island. We go around the corner and we have lunch. Moss Island! And I think we're going to go over there today just to see what's going on. It's a bit of a ways, but and it's supposed to rain in a little bit, but you know, whatever. It helps me avoid work, so let's do it. Here's our spot. You can see why this is a nice spot. It faces south, which is nice in the wintertime. There's our little fire pit. We sit here and we toast our sandwiches over the fire. And we check out the pond, which is usually frozen. It's a nice little spot. And every single time, I put our sticks in a safe spot. This looks like one of them, although it's not in a safe spot anymore. Our toasting sticks. Usually I stick them up here in the tree. But then they're never there the next time. I don't see any here. Oh well. Just means we make new ones next time. But it's a really nice spot. Really nice to come to in the wintertime. We just walk around the pond and on the frozen ice. That's around there is where I fall through sometimes. And it's right over there. Gosh, it took us like 3 tries to find it. Right over there is where we found the birch tree with the shag on it. Second time we went over there. Well, the first and second time I went over there, I could not find it. Walking all over that area. How do you miss a great big birch tree right along the water with shag on it? Bizarre. If you follow this around, it looks like it ends there, but it doesn't. It goes down that way and then straight, and it just keeps beaver hopping. If you look back on my exploring the property on skates video, I went from pond to pond to pond, and eventually I came back because I came to one pond that was just covered in snow still. So that was the end. But you can keep going. If you had a little kayak like ours and you didn't mind portaging, you could certainly go to the nearest road, wherever that is. It's a long ways. Maybe we'll go hunting for elk sheds. So Willow heard a chipmunk and she came racing over here. And I was way back there, but I saw her come right up to the edge, and thankfully she slowed down as she got here. Oh, you probably can't tell, it's about 20 feet down. Yeah. Thankfully she slowed down. There would have been a day where she would have just catapulted off of that. Yep. Okay. Come on, Junebug. Come on, little girl. Junebug, come on. Come on, Junebug. Come on. See, this is what she does. So just start hanging back and waiting until she's out of sight. This time she came. But we are a long ways from the cabin, so I don't know what a little girl was gonna do. Da-da-da, good girl. Da-da, good girl. Yeah. Shall we? Come on, let's go. Found this pretty piece of quartz. Some gold in there. And nice. Funny place for you to be. You think those guys would hang out near the water? Just I mean, the water's like, I don't know, 150 feet that way. Well, Junebug came all the way back with us. Other than that couple of times where she tried to slip away. She was good. Oh, very nice.
That wiener was really good, so I had another. Still, I think I prefer a boiled wiener over a barbecued wiener. Probably mostly the consistency of the. That's not the word I'm looking for. Not the consistency. The. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my god. No, I'm eating chicken. Over the sink. That's good too. I'm not a spokesman for Weber, but I tell you, you should have a Weber. Do you have a Weber? I had a propane barbecue here for a long time. Got rid of it. Wow, it's actually still sitting out there. It's in hiding. But charcoal, man, that's the way to go. I'm putting ketchup on my chicken because if I wanted to go for like barbecue sauce or something like that, I'd have to go all the way over there to the fridge. 2 steps. Probably gonna have another piece, and that's gonna be dinner. 2 wieners and 2 pieces of chicken. Chicken thighs, no bone, no skin. And there you have it.
Well, it rained a lot. Anyway, going to get City Girl. Yay! She's here.
I'm back. Oh, I'm not in the shot.
My
I'm
favorite
back.
person. So, what are we having for dinner?
Fish sticks
Fish sticks and
and egg rolls.
yay! Finally getting my fish sticks. These are the last. This is the last time you'll get blackberries out here.
Good.
No, that one wasn't very sweet. That one wasn't very sweet either. What the hell, man? I need a sweet one. Damn it. Well, I hope she stops. Mushroom identification time. What the heck are these? That's interesting. Anybody know what those are? Edible? Non-edible? There's lots of them here. And only on this log. That's weird.
Yeah. They found me.
They were very confused when they heard you calling.
Pardon?
They were very confused when they heard you calling.
Oh. Like, who is that? That sounds like someone I know. Oh, hi. You made it to the end of the video. That's fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, what a week it's been here at the cabin, huh? With battery tragedies and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure that Russell will figure it out. And I was so hopeful that, he'd get some work done on the siding, but that'll come. He's still got 4 years to complete that before I come up here full time. So as you can see, it's pretty overcast here, and it's a little bit chilly. Might have to have a fire. Russell said, no, I can't, that I can use the heating blanket. Fine. Yeah, and when I was driving up here on the radio, I actually got 3 emergency broadcast system warnings for tornadoes. Didn't see any though. They said, oh yeah, there's going to be like high winds and rain and hail, etc. But nothing happened, just overcast. Though lots of rain is going to happen this weekend. That is the first time that I have driven our ATV, new ATV, though really it's not new anymore. And I quite liked it, actually. It's quite the machine there. And I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe City Girl needs a ATV for herself, just that I can go booting along the old trail. My concern is that it's going to become overgrown and then it's just going to become lost and never to be found again. And I really like that trail. I sort of have gotten used to it. So, I can just like boot around and hopefully like Russell can make some other trails. I know they're pretty hard to do, but yeah, I think I'd like that actually. So I'm going to end there. I really hope that you enjoyed our video this week, and I would like to wish y'all a happy Friday, and I'm going to celebrate with a raspberry rock shot. Now, if you are true blue raspberry rock subscribers, then you will know what is in this raspberry rock shot. So happy Friday, everyone. Oh, okay, so I need to explain that this is my second shot. The first time I recorded this ending, the sound was very sketchy, so I had no intentions of doing a second shot. You may recall in a video that Russell had done a few months ago that he also had the same intention, that he was only doing one shot and then something went wonky with the recording, so he unintentionally had to do a second shot. So cheers everyone, happy Friday. That is so good. Just got that sweet sour. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.